Hi!
Hello, Carl, welcome to
Carl's Flat Podcast, a companion piece.
Companion Podcast. You get this wrong every time. A companion podcast to the Culture War, episode 5.
With our first guest, Jacob Hawley.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here. Do you know what? I'm a fan of both of you.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
very much.
start.
I love you guys so much. I talk about it often. I will say to people, I'm like, I fucking love those guys in Reading. I think Carl's an amazing MC. I like working with Carl. I think Nick's a fucking brilliant comedian. I like the little thing you've built in Reading in terms of like the nights you run. I like the Aggie messages you all put on Instagram sometimes being like, don't fucking DM me for gigs, just email me. I like the vibe of it all. I'm really into it, mate. I'm really like, I've even said to my missus in the past where she's like, God, London's expensive. And I've been like, where would I move to? And I'm like, I would like Reading just to be able to do your gig. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've always like, because you think of that, like which orbital town, which way would you go? Do you know what I mean?
The only people who I know who are complimentary of Reading are people who have moved from London. The only people who live here fucking hate it. People who live in the surrounding areas are like, well, in the surrounding areas, like Reading is like the city.
Right.
They don't like it. Several comics have moved here.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's London, but a bit little.
It's nice.
Can't get lost.
It's nice. It's fine. I don't get why people shit on Reading. It's fine. I love the turtle.
Yeah.
I'm a massive turtle head.
You may keep that gig
You're
alive.
keeping it.
Do you know what? I was as I was leaving, they've got that garden. I mean, garden's a stretch. The yard, right? The yard.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'd fucking love to watch a football match here. I'd love to like sit
It's
in
really
the garden.
good on the big screen.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be amazing. So yeah, big fan. Thanks for having me.
That's the new news. Jacob Hawley moving to Reading.
Well, yeah.
So he can work for me.
If it goes wrong.
How would your missus feel about that?
Well, so
We're leaving North London.
Well, but do you know what? So my missus is like technically, and it's like as you know, I'm pushing this word, but like she's an immigrant really, in the sense that she's straight from Ireland.
Right.
She's a bit of a freshie. Yeah. She's straight from Ireland to London. So she doesn't know the UK. Do you know what I mean? Every now and then she'll be like, why don't we move to the country? We need to get out of here. And I'll be like, you haven't seen the country. Do you know what I mean? I've done the fucking dog miles. I've been driving around this country for nearly 12 years doing comedy now, right? This country is horrible. Yeah. This is like I did a you know Dead Men Talking, you know that podcast. They do a festival called Dead Meat, and we were up there, and obviously a lot of the guys doing it are like local.
Freddie, Quinn and Rob.
So Freddie and Rob, they do the pod and they run the festival and they're there. And then it's like a lot of the northern acts, like Jamie Hutchinson's there. They've got fucking Sandro and the boys from Wales and blah, blah. But then Paul McCaffrey was on. Do you know Paul? Yeah. And he lives in Winchester. He was like North London for a very long time, but he grew up in Winchester. So now he's gone back to Winchester. And Winchester's lovely. I don't know if you've been. It's a nice place.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. Nice, isn't it? Right?
Yeah,
It's sort of like
original capital of England.
Right, yeah. Hampshire. Beautiful, yeah. Fucking, he was like, and he travels the country all the time. He's been doing comedy for like 20 years, and he was like, where we were, and we were like Didsbury, which is like a nice suburb of Manchester. But he was like, fucking hell around here. Like he was like, a lot of flags, aren't there? There's a lot of flags. That's the thing now. Is like, I think now you can tell a lot about the country by like how flaggy they've gone.
So our last podcast that we did, we opened with saying that Reading's not that flaggy.
Yeah.
Right. It is the centre.
I've not seen one.
You're not going to see one round here. We're right in the centre. We're by the station. I went to a family barbecue on Saturday.
Was it at your family's house?
Took a bus. I think my uncle has
flags. His family had flags in the garden.
My uncle does.
They had flags before people were putting up flags.
You go on the 17 bus, you go a little bit into Tylehurst, it's a little bit like a Royal Mile.
Really? So your family are Kent?
Yeah.
Your family are Kent?
Yes.
Are they flaggy?
My parents are they're like socialists who became they're not socialists. They're Coventry people who became middle class.
Right.
So for Kent, they're like, oh, maybe we shouldn't be talking about.
Do you reckon they'd take a flag down?
No, they wouldn't take a flag down.
Because that's the videos I see. Yeah. So I've got a right wing algorithm now. So you know how you were saying you had to do some research and watch Tommy Robinson on a podcast, right?
You're getting served him.
All the time. All the time. And I'm genuinely torn between, like, has the algorithm made, like, a damaging assumption about me? Or is it right? And that's the way I'm going to go. Do you know what I mean? Are they just 10 years ahead and they're like, not yet, mate, but you're going to get there. Do you know what I mean? And with my, like, so I'm getting served all this flag shit. And it's like these videos where there'll be like a lunatic putting, and when I say, like, I don't think everyone who puts a flag up is a lunatic, but a lot of them are. And it'll be a nutter, go, yeah, fuck you, flag, blah, blah. And then, or I get videos of these arguments of, like, and they're all filming each other.
Yeah.
Like, both sides just filming the other one. That's become the norm now. And going, he's taken my flag down. Look at this man, he hates the country, he's taking the flag down. And then the other guy's filming him going, no, I took the flag down because actually, there's a Chinese takeaway here. How would they feel about your flag? It's like they're fucking staffed by Albanian people anyway. Well, the Albanians don't like flags. And I'm like, you're both as bad as each other. Like, you're both fucking mental. Would I put a flag up? Probably not. Would I take one down? Absolutely not. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. I'm not arguing with flag people.
No,
fuck
flag
that.
people.
Oh my god! I put a tweet up today.
But I will make comments. That's my right to make slightly
in person.
I'll make little jokes about there's these
Jokes?
flags. Yeah.
Right, but would you ever say if you saw someone putting a flag up out there when we were walking from the venue
no.
here? Yeah,
But that's because I'm a coward.
yeah, still, that's fine, isn't it? Like, I put a tweet up today. There was GB News were interviewing like a 19-year-old reform member, and this guy's face, like, I'll send you the thing if you want to put it up. Like, this guy's face, it's just an unbelievable looking 19-year-old. Like he looks so like he's a granddad at 19. Like his hair, his face, and he looks young. I'm not saying he looks old, but he looks like he likes mustard. Do you know what I mean? He's like that kind of face. Like, and but then I retweet it with like a joke. And I regret tweeting. I spend a lot of time on Twitter, but I never tweet. And I regret it every time because I've just had my mentions full of these fucking lunatics. Like, I haven't read them all day. Like, you guys messed me up. Like, my phone's been dead all day.
Yeah.
I turn it on. There's like a fucking 20 tweet long thread about how someone put some mad diagram about what this kid looks like. Someone said it was anti-Semitic, then someone said it's not anti-Semitic, then the person said it's not anti-Semitic had a Palestine flag in their bio, but I don't think it was about that, and now they're arguing about that, and I'm like, I'm never using this platform again. Like, I don't want to get involved in this shit. What are you talking about?
How did this become about Palestine?
yeah, exactly. It's fucking.
I want to be like, this guy likes Marmite. Yeah.
It's a mad time. It's a very mad time. I try and stay out of it. I am a coward in that sense, and I question myself. I'm like, I do disagree with a lot of the anti-immigrant sentiment, and I do feel so sorry for a lot of the people who are bearing the fucking brunt of it. But I don't really speak up much, just because I think I tell myself, I'm like, it wouldn't help. You putting gas on the fire. But I think the reality is I am just being a bit of a fucking coward with it. I don't know.
It's a tough one, bro.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It's also this idea that we have to be like posting our political opinions on social media all the time.
Yeah.
Out of, and if we're not, we're part of the problem.
As comedians, that's the only thing I use social media for is because I'm a comedian, right? If I didn't, I would have a faceless profile. Promoting anti-flag. No, I'd be a flag guy. I'd have a Facebook profile and I'd just read football stuff. But like, I've had people say to me in the past, like, why haven't you said anything about this, or why haven't you said anything about that? It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to say?
Also, what do you have to contribute?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything.
I'm kind of the opposite in terms of like so this is episode 5?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I've quite enjoyed the fact that we've been attacked. Like, we can't say that we're avoiding these issues.
No,
we're sort of talking about them in a irreverent way. But we've had a left-wing troll and a right-wing troll, and I'm like,
then you know you're fine.
Yeah.
I think
BBC, baby.
So long as you're... exactly. Yeah, you've got some people who think you're being funded by right-wing organisations, and some people who think you're the woke fucking...
I don't think anyone's thinking we're being funded.
They've got rid of the crack den downstairs. They've removed... That was so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if you mentioned that on the podcast
No,
before.
this is the first time.
That's fucking hilarious. The fact that anyone watching this, basically... When I say a crack den downstairs, you might be imagining like a dirty flat. No. The door is off its hinges, where someone's been forcibly removed from where they were living. I assume he's been... He's still there without a door.
His way in.
So he's kind of squatting.
He's been evicted,
He lost the
But
key.
He lost the key, clearly.
So he just booted the door
He
down.
booted the door down and tricked my neighbour to let him in. I think he still may have had a little bit of something in here that he wanted, because he didn't take his clothes.
So he's gone again now, yeah.
He's gone again now, but
he's not there now. He's not listening to this.
No.
Maybe that's why he worked his way back in. He saw episode 1. He was like, "This is fucking great. I just want to hear this. I want to be downstairs enjoying front row seats to the Carl's flat."
Yeah, so that's how.
Shout out Clive.
The first patron, and his card will cancel as soon as he tries to make his second payment.
We have it there just to make guests feel comfortable as they walk in.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Yeah. And you were like pointing it out to Jacob, like, "What? Look at this."
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Because there's a lot of like fake working class people in comedy. I like to let people know that this is not an act.
This is legit, man.
I'm just like, can we go, please?
Yeah. What was it you said? You're like, let's just go.
Let's just
As if me and Carl were going to go in. As if we were like, should we sit down? I nearly got my torch up to it. Did you actually go in?
Yeah, I went in there, man. Yeah, he's got. I can't remember what the name
Is that what we're putting out on the?
Whatever, man. We're not anything too specific.
No.
But I basically, my missus, who you met earlier, has worked in pharmacies and doctor surgeries and that my whole life basically. And I was like, I took a picture of some bottles that I found. I was like, what is this? Can't remember the name of the drug, but essentially it's a. It's a controversial drug because it's for heroin replacement.
Oh,
But
I know about this, yeah.
They don't want to give it out because, funnily enough, the addicts have worked out that if you add it to heroin, guess what you get?
More heroin.
You get stronger heroin, buddy.
Wow. You can't trust them.
No.
This is the thing with addicts. I think they need help. I think there should be more funding to support them, but you cannot trust them. You can't trust them.
No, not at all, brother. Crafty, some would say.
Yeah, crafty. Obviously impoverished. Obviously we feel for them, but they are fucking sneaky cunts at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'll die on that hill. I'll take those comments all day.
There's literally a crack down below. What are they going to say?
Yeah.
You don't know. I have to live above it.
Dude, for real.
That was a nice gig. Thank you for having me at your gig.
That's coming down.
I always love coming to the Turtle.
It's good. You get to see. It's where jokes get to be put to the test.
Yeah, so tonight was like before you arrived, the first half, everyone had to work. Everyone did good, but everyone had to work because they do in that room judge you by every single line. So it's a great room for like us, for like you go to some rooms and it's too easy. Right?
Yeah, Top Secret Comedy Club in London, which I do twice a week, and it's for my ego rather than my bank balance. Yeah, that's an easy gig.
At the Turtle in Reading, you will find out where your weak lines are.
That's where the real comedians.
Well, do you know, it's funny. So I'm sort of doing like a kind of mix of slightly old and kind of new stuff at the moment, and it's like the first sort of 5 or 6 minutes that I did tonight was like sort of bankable. Yeah, this has been working for a year or so now, and then the last sort of 15 minutes or so was newish. But the last 15 minutes were about paedophile hunters. And it's like the first sort of 5 or 6 was going good. It was going okay. But I even then I was like, there's not quite enough momentum in this to carry what's coming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then
There's enough pauses where I'm like, okay, you're going to go quiet in a minute. You're going to find this. You're going to find some of this a bit much for a Sunday evening, for an early gig anyway.
yeah. But no, smashed it. Really good. Yeah.
So here's what I wanted to ask you, as this is a companion piece to the culture war. I listen to Geoff Norcott's podcast quite a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Well done for admitting that. Many comedians wouldn't admit
I've
it.
got nothing to lose. I live above the crowd. I'm not going to play Angel. What are you doing? I'm having a laugh, bro. Yeah, I listened to that, and you've been on it a few times.
Yeah, I'm doing. Oh
You
fuck!
opened
I
it,
think I might be doing it tomorrow. Actually, I'm glad you just said that because I think I might have fucked something. And
Well, you can thank me, Geoff.
I am going to make a note of that. Sorry, because I need to fix that. Yes,
And
sorry.
he's got a running thing with you that he will make you right wing.
Yeah.
It is correct.
His joke is that he's radicalising me, and it's, I opened for him on tour, and he every time I went on stage. None of my material is at all right wing, but like
No.
I'll make jokes about. So my mother-in-law is a German woman living in Ireland, and I'll make jokes about trying to get her deported and stuff like that. And he'll every time I came off stage on his tour, he'd be like, "Good kid, isn't he? Good kid." But I reckon I can make him right wing. I reckon there's enough anger there, enough bitterness that I reckon in 10 years he'll go, yeah. But he's an interesting case, Geoff, because like now, I think not just in terms of the country, relative to the way the country's going to go, Geoff will be seen as a like centre-left commenter soon, because I was thinking about this last night after the Angela Rayner stuff and all that. I'm like, I reckon there'll be like an election next year.
Yeah,
I reckon, right? And I reckon there's a chance we'd have a reformed government by the end of next year. In which case, if Geoff Norcott is still doing the circuit he does and when I say circuit, I don't mean the comedy circuit, I mean the TV circuit he does. He'll go on Newsnight, he'll go on Jeremy Vine. He will become the sort of like softy voice of reason.
Come on, fellas.
We don't have to hang them, do we?
He's sort of going there now, isn't he?
Because he's like a fucking like, and he wouldn't mind me saying this at all. Jeff's like, just a nice guy.
Yeah.
Like ultimately a really nice guy. You must have booked him for stuff in the past.
Loads
You
of
must have worked with him. Lovely bloke. Like in terms of is he right wing, he's kind of like socially liberal, economically conservative.
He's not even
centrist dad.
Yeah.
He's also like he'll get sorry to interrupt you.
No.
He'll get like, oh god, he's just a centrist dad. It's like, what do you fucking expect him to be? He's a homeowner with children. What do you want him to do?
My parents still go on about his electric toothbrush regime, his routine.
I can't remember.
He's got this bit about, we weren't sure what to get my wife for Christmas, so I bought her an electric toothbrush.
Right.
And my parents were like, so great.
Go.
It is. I watch him on tour. It's like he'll open his set by being like, this is what my audience looks like, tired. And then he's like, bang, he's got them. And it's like, that is the country. Do you know what I mean? And yet, like, so like, in terms of like the country, he'll be viewed as like kind of, centre-left softy soon. And like, where in the last sort of 5-10 years he's been positioned on the shows, they were like, we've got a left-wing person who thinks this should happen, but we've got Geoff Norcott. It'll be the other way now. Yeah. It'll be like, we've got Geoff Norcott who thinks we shouldn't, kill people if they weren't born here. And then we've got a man with face tattoos. He'll become like the left wing on that debate. Yeah. But then in terms of comedy, I think what's interesting is like, because we still work together quite a lot on like other stuff, like writing stuff. And he's like listened to my podcast a few times. He's like, fucking hell. He's like, you're left wing and I'm right wing. And I'm seen as a monster for that. But he was like, you say things that I wouldn't ever fucking say under the veil of it being kind of like edgy kind of, like we, there's a guy called Chris Williamson in America. Yeah. I don't know. He's actually a Geordie guy who's now based. That is it. He was on Love Island. Now he has this huge podcast called Modern Wisdom.
Love Island to Rogan.
But he's done Rogan like 3 times, and it's that kind of thing, that kind of like long form American sort of like thoughtful podcast for idiots, basically.
Yeah.
Right. But he spoke about he had Jimmy Carr on a couple of weeks ago, and he mentioned us. He was like, I feel like the pod bro. That's how he describes it, pod bro. He was like, I think the pod bro thing is finally happening in the UK between like Finn Taylor, Adam. His words. He was like, Finn Taylor, Adam Rowe, Mike and Vittorio, and Screen Rot. They're doing this kind of like, they're saying mental things, but they obviously don't mean it. Yeah. But I just think it's funny that because I've done the legwork of being left wing for 10 years within the comedy circuit, I can say whatever the fuck I want. Because people will go, well, he's joking.
Do people care though?
Well, we get. I don't know.
Because I feel like whatever left wing credentials you have don't matter to a lot of people.
The only reason I think it might matter is because I think if Geoff Norcott joked about some of the things I do, they would think he's being honest, and so he wouldn't be able to do it. And I just think it's funny that like I've done the legwork, being left wing, voting for awful Labour governments for the last 15 years, right? And so I can fucking say, I can call people gay. I can joke. I could do jokes about trans people. I could do jokes about all this stuff. Whereas if he did it, there'd be a fucking short article about it. Do you know what I mean? It's so funny how that kind of pod bro thing has happened now, and because all of us are kind of ostensibly left, and at least people view us that way. Like Mike and Vittorio did did an episode with Sean Walsh where there was a very liberal use of the word retard.
Oh, really?
Right?
It's coming back.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I would. I don't think I haven't. And I don't think I would. I mean, there was.
I mean, that's the bit we're using as a clip.
It was.
I would.
It's not great podcasting to use a podcast to recommend another podcast, but it's very funny. They basically. Their podcast is called Mike and Victoria's Guide to Parenting. Sean Walsh arrives at their flat and is immediately confused because he assumes they must have children. They don't realise that the title itself is a joke.
Yeah.
Right. So he's like, well, if it's not a podcast about parenting, what is it?
Yeah.
And then Victoria goes, it's kind of like inside the actor's studio, but for idiots. And Mike says, inside the retard studio. So they said that, and they used that word a lot on that podcast. And like, I just fucking laughed at it. Like, right? I can't act holier than now. There's a very left-wing podcast. I can't remember what it's fucking called, but it's Ash Sarkar, Moya, I don't know her surname.
Yeah, Lothian McLean.
Right.
If I Speak.
That's what the podcast
I listened
called.
to that.
This guy.
That's my women's podcast that I listen to.
Yeah, it's not. That's feminism to have a women's podcast.
I know.
They did a whole episode.
They've replaced Deborah Francis White.
Yeah, well, she crossed the picket line, man. She did fucking trigonometry. She can't be. But
Anyway.
Moya and Ash, they did an episode of their left-wing podcast called The Return of the Slur, and it was about Mike and Vittorio. It was about how they use the hard R. So it's like
They've beef with them that I can't talk about on the podcast, but I can. But yeah, there's something deeper as well going on there
between
with Vittorio and Ash Sarkar.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Vittorio's a good friend of mine. He hasn't mentioned that, so that's next coffee. I'm gonna be.
Yeah. I'll bring it. When it's Anyway, sorry. Like that's this. But yeah, there's stuff I can.
We need a Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon.
Do you know what? I always
Patreon,
think
you can learn about the vague beef between two people.
I always think, oh yeah, if I've got anything mad to say about someone, I'll just put it behind Patreon. If I thought someone had said something mad about me, I would pay £3.99 to hear it. Do you know what I mean? As if that would stop anyone. As if that keeps anyone out. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we've had people in the past who been like, have you fucking slagged me off? And I'm like, God, how do you know? You said it on your Patreon episode. I was like, oh, it was on Patreon. I was like, yeah, someone could just screen record it. Like, of course I can. Yeah, it's mad. But no, nice gig tonight. Very nice gig tonight. Thanks for having me.
And you're responsible for this podcast.
Oh, really? Was this after our conversation in Oxford?
Yeah, because I was like, should I go? I'm like, I'm so good at comedy, but I'm trying to break through. Should I do Edinburgh? And you were like, no, don't do Edinburgh. It's full of a bunch of ponces, basically.
Yeah.
You should make a podcast.
It's funny, I was watching you tonight, I was like, this could be a great Edinburgh show. I was like, you could have one newcomer. No, I think I still think that's a bit. Also, like, this is fun, right? This is a laugh. Like, this is, me and my mate who I do one with, we've like been enjoying ours. Like, even the year that people weren't listening to it, it was like, are we making any money? No. Is it costing us money? Yes. But it's like, ultimately, I was meeting my mate for an hour a week and having a fucking laugh. So it's like, well, who cares? Whereas the equivalent of doing Edinburgh, like, it's not a laugh. None of it's a laugh. It's really stressful. It's way more expensive than this. And then, the odds of it doing any better than a podcast. I mean, I've done Edinburgh, like, full runs at the Edinburgh Fringe 4 times. Yeah, 4, I think. It's only ever lost me money, whereas, podcast makes me money.
This is a spicy opinion at Edinburgh. It's people who can afford to lose £10,000 competing with each other.
Oh, 100%.
That's my...
That's spicy.
I think the tax man would agree with that opinion.
Yeah.
I think that is literally,
It's not like... Yeah, it's like you're the best comedian in Scotland who can afford to lose £10,000.
Well, and the irony is the Scottish comedians are never considered for any awards or anything like that. Like, even Scottish-based comedians. Like, I don't know if you know Liam Withnail.
I don't.
Absolutely fucking amazing comedian. And if I'm making a point about Scottish comedians being ignored, I should point to people like Roscoe McLachlan, who's fucking brilliant. Chris MacArthur Boyd, who's been unbelievable for like nearly 15 years now. Like, there's so many great acts up there.
Did you know that? I saw him open for Frankie Boyle.
That'd be Chris.
That's Chris.
Yeah.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Real funny guy.
Unbelievable,
really
man.
funny.
His latest special, fucking unbelievable. But then, like, there's Liam Withnail, who is Romford originally, but has been in Scotland for like fucking 15 years. He is very much a Scottish circuit act. Like he had easily one of the biggest shows of this Fringe and 2023's Fringe, just completely ignored by the awards. And it's just like, what the fuck is this for?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you did have a Patreon, I'd go through the nominees and tell you which ones I think are shit. And because they've just done Edinburgh, they wouldn't be able to afford £3.99 to find out what it's Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to go get your parking.
Is it time? We haven't done
9:25.
half an hour, have we? Should we do 5 or 10 more?
Well, we're going to find 10 more.
Chat a bit more bollocks. Did you have any bollocks?
Well,
that you
we've got our
lined up?
story, haven't we, about crap gigs that I'm going to... not crap gigs, about chaotic gigs that...
Go on.
So, chaotic gigs there, Jacob. Oh, we got so much rapport, me and you. Yeah, we're friends and everything. Yeah, like, we had our most chaotic gig... I'm just shoehorning it in, but whatever.
Yeah, just put it in.
Okay.
You don't edit, do you?
Yeah, well, no. So,
No, fuck editing. You just say it. Who cares?
So, okay, so this is the story I wanted to tell you. So we had a gig in December, and it's one of the craziest gigs we've ever had, where we had... But do you know at Mr. Badger?
No.
Have you not heard of this?
Sounds fucking great, though.
Okay,
I'm on
forgot you
board
wanted to bring this up.
immediately.
Okay. Explain Mr. Badger.
Mr. Badger, it's actually... So he's a really funny act, very dark, where it's a guy who dresses in a badger costume
Yeah.
and does jokes, and then you realise through the duration of his set that he's a paedophile. Yes. That's the.
And they're good gags.
They're really funny.
good
Really
gags.
funny.
The Badger outfit is like a children's entertainer outfit, but the eyes are like extra dark and like
It's
sort of
horrifying.
bloodshot.
This sounds great.
Because I have ideas and Carl indulges me in them. I was like, what would be really fun is if we've got our open mic, but maybe for Christmas as a Christmas treat, we just pay for Mr. Badger. We just lose money on the open mic and pay for Mr. Badger to come and from the Midlands and headline our open mic. So he did that the first year.
Yeah.
Was
Smashed it.
hilarious. Smashed it. Won fans in Reading, and we were like, well, we're definitely gonna do
That's
that.
now a new Christmas tradition, right?
Yeah,
Badger
sure.
Christmas.
Yeah. Badger Christmas.
Yeah,
And
Mr.
also,
Badger.
it was in like I can't remember what paper it was, some local Reading paper, and we had to put out a message because the way that they wrote it in the paper is like, no, this is not a kids show.
Oh yeah, they made it look like it was.
Oh, because would they?
They made it look
shit!
like it was Mr. Tumble.
Oh man!
No.
What time was it on at night?
7:30,
Yeah. I was gonna say, like,
It was
surely.
just the write-up was like, no, we need to double check this.
Right. Okay, yeah.
This isn't a place for. This isn't what this is about.
Don't do
So we added like, oh, this is jokes that some people may find offensive.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh yeah, we'll come back and do next year. And he's like, great, I'll do Mr. Badger's Christmas special.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a professional. I'm sure it'll be good. So he comes back, and we get an hour long show. So he's booked for 20 minutes. And
he basically did a 30-page script, a rewrite of Christmas Carol. Didn't tell anyone he was doing this, and then got acts who are also on that night to play parts.
Oh my
Say
god!
you're going to be this person, and you're going to be this person. So, do you want to say who you were?
I've forgotten who he's called. The paedophile.
Well, no. I can't remember what character you were supposed to play.
No, I was supposed to play the Now Then.
Jimmy Savile.
I had to dress up like Jimmy Savile as part of this play and do a. I think I was like the ghost of Christmas.
You were one of the ghosts. So I was one of the Marleys, but I had a Rasta hat on and I had to speak in a Jamaican accent.
And
right?
This is fucking.
Oh, by the way, like, he didn't ask us about this. This was just
he just said it on the night.
Yeah.
So he's just dressing me up as Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, well, this is my event, so I need to be with this to make this happen. And one of the other things at play.
So are you going to say the real funny bit?
The real funny bit is there was a woman. So you should never get involved with female comics. So that's the first. There was a female comic there who Carl had already upset earlier.
When you say you shouldn't get involved, you shouldn't book them. Or
no, you should book them. You should book them. You should.
Well, this is a dispute we have, but anyway.
Yeah, I was in a situationship with a comic, and two of the acts, to be fair, two of the acts who'd been on who were with Mr. Badger, they'd done jokes that might be interpreted as misogynist, but I think were still broadly okay. But at the time, I completely agreed with her, obviously. And Carl had being just like, well, you know, yeah,
I thought we had rapport.
Yeah.
And I came up to the table, you both looked sad, and I was like, hey guys, what's the problem? And then she said her thing, and I was like,
she said those guys are being misogynistic.
And Carl's like, I don't think that.
Well, she made a point about punching up and down.
Do you remember what the joke was that she found misogynistic?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Okay, right,
it doesn't matter, and I don't want to. But the point is that she was already not happy, and then midway through me giving my speech as Mr. Badger, not as Mr. Badger, me giving my speech dressed up as Jimmy Savile, she left the gig crying.
So imagine Nick dressed as Jimmy Savile, already with like a face like thunder. Like he's clearly upset of the situation.
Yeah, I mean,
and then a chick who he's really into storms out, and then he has to continue playing Jimmy Savile.
Is the Badger on stage while you're doing this?
Yeah. On stage. It is the funniest thing that's ever happened.
It's a play. It's a play.
I was so sad. I was.
He's got the cigar, the big glasses,
and also Savile's always kind of happy, so you have to kind of act up. You have to sort of be, oh well, no.
This is Savile on a bad day, man.
This is
Savile.
This is post-conviction Savile. This is if they'd have got him before he died. This is what Savile would have felt like.
It was a good representation of that.
She didn't like.
Well, she didn't like that Carl would have been dismissive.
Yeah.
Which is, you know,
she didn't like the jokes. And then did she not like... Well, I mean, no one loves Savile, but she didn't like...
I think watching me pretend to be Jimmy Savile, followed by Carl pretending to be a
let's
ghost...
just say she got a supreme ick.
Yeah. That's it.
And fair enough.
That's
anyway.
fucking hilarious, man.
And anyway...
Did you tell the Badger? Did you say, Badger, you fucked me? Like, you cock-blocked
Oh, this is the next
Carry
part.
on.
So Mr. Badger broke up with me. So Mr. Badger filmed this all without us asking.
That's fucking amazing.
And he was like, "Don't worry, Nick. I can tell that this was the worst thing that ever happened to you. From looking at you, you hated every minute of it. I'm not gonna put you up there. I'm gonna create a black square over where you are, so no one can see you."
You ever watched the South Park where they had to block out Muhammad?
Yes.
It was exactly like that.
But surely it would have been so obvious it was you.
Of course.
It was at your venue.
And
it's
it's
they
my
could
voice.
hear your voice.
But anyway, I'm just like, fine, whatever. But then I'm like, Carl, do you want a video?
Because I'm leaning in on doing a real Rastafari.
It's Christmas, isn't it? Everyone does fucking... Everyone gets loose at Christmas.
So I'm like, do you want this in the world, Carl?
The thing is with that, I would have said, yes, keep me in it, if my Jamaican accent was better.
Yeah.
It was more of the...
If you're fucking nailed
If I nailed it...
If you sound like Shaggy, that can stay.
That would have stayed.
So where was he putting it? Just on YouTube?
On YouTube. It's somewhere. It might be there somewhere.
And
still be there.
I'm not aware of Mr. Badger, but I don't want to be disparaging. Like, has he got a bit of a following? Do people watch this
Mr.
stuff?
Badger. So Mr. Badger broke up. So he's a great act, very funny,
Yeah.
and I rate him. But he did break up with me, so that's fine. But anyway, so because then what happened is then I was like, do you look now is the window of opportunity to get you edited out.
Well, I'm
this.
too laissez-faire about things, and then I get affected by your anxiety. That's
Then I called up.
I don't know if it makes it better because his solution to hiding your identity was putting black over you. If you put black over him while he's doing a Jamaican accent, if anything, it makes it a lot worse. Well, don't worry, Carl. I've just blacked out your face.
Well, that's what they did. So I called Mr. Badger and was like, "Look, can you get rid of this?" And that's what he did. And then we paid him for the spot, which was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And then after he was like, "I think me and you have very different views on the world, which is why I'm going to be unfriending you on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
But good luck with your business."
Yeah.
And then that's the end of Badger.
And then he sent you a slightly less polite message about me.
Oh yeah, he cussed you out.
Yeah.
What did he say about him to you? Surely he knows you're his
I thought
It was fine. It was fine.
He was. Listen, I like Mr. Badger.
I like Mr. Badger.
But, dude, you were bitchy about my boy, man. You were bitchy about it. Like, come on, man. By the way, that camera's just died, so we need to direct.
Well, I think that's probably a good...
Is that a good end time?
Yeah.
Mr. Badger, if I do any gigs up north, come on, man.
Yeah.
I want to go see. I'm going to go see the Badger for Christmas. I think you should do a fucking pantomime.
I mean,
have you got your phone available?
Yeah, I got my phone. It's filming us.
Well, yeah. You're awful with phones.